hold on just a second, because this is a wrestling show, and the wrestling will be happening in just a few moments, because my name is Underdog, and this is the Undercard, Season 7, Episode 3, Codebreakers. We've got 7 action-packed matches booked for you today, and it's going to be a good episode. It's going to be a good episode. First of all, let's see if the bot works today. And you can see we have some new champions listed. Last week, we crowned new tag team champions, Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and also a brand new undercard champion, Kurt frickin' Angle. He didn't break his neck, but he was busted open and bleeding, and he is the new face of the Undercard Season 7 right now. We're going to find out who will be facing Kurt Angle later on in the show. That's going to be our main event. Let's look at the matches. This is going to be an interesting episode, because we've got debuts for the rest of the roster. We've got the premiering Bugs Bunny versus Jerry the King Lawler. Then Maki Itoh versus Piper Niven in the women's division. We've got Chucky from Child's Play versus Rhino, and as in ECW Gore Rhino. We've also got tag team action as Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite, the comedy duo, face off against Haku and Jim Duggan. That's Hakusaw. Hakusaw, Jim Duggan, and Haku combined makes Hakusaw. I'm proud of that name. I don't care if you think it's funny or not. I'm proud of it, okay? I'm proud of myself for that one. Both of those teams lost recently in the first 2 episodes, so they're going to face each other, try to get a win here early on in the season. Then we have some more losers. No offense, ladies. Beth Phoenix will be going up against Starlight Kid. We've got Seth Rollins versus Shaggy. And then, of course, in our main event, it is the number 1 contender for the Undercard Championship, Chris Jericho versus Neo. Those are the Codebreakers, and one of those two will face Kurt Angle for the Undercard Championship next week in our main event. But let's get down to business. It's Bugs Bunny versus Jerry the King Lawler. A much anticipated matchup here. Bugs Bunny's debut in the Undercard. It took us 7 seasons to get him here, and he was hard to book, okay? The Looney Tunes, they have full ownership of him. A poke to the eye there, and a strike to the head. But he's going up against Jerry the King Lawler, and a lot of people might know Jerry the King Lawler as the voice of Monday Night Raw, a commentator, of course, but before he was a commentator, he was one of the most decorated champions, a face first into the turnbuckle, one of the most decorated champions of all time. Like, for shoot, no joke. Jerry the King Lawler has multiple championships in that Nashville area, the Midwest circuit. He held that down back in the territory days, and a knee strike to the face of the cartoon Bugs Bunny. Yeah, what's up, Doc? What's up, King? Jerry the King Lawler with an elbow to the back of the head. And a crusher. And a stomp. Things are gonna get wacky and goofy and silly. And we got a lot of these like crazy wacky characters in Season 7 especially. Because the Undercard, anyone can show up, anyone can compete. But this season, there's a dropkick there by Bugs Bunny. This season has a lot of cartoons. We got Shaggy, we got Mickey and Minnie Mouse, and we got Bugs Bunny here in a strike battle against Jerry the King Lawler, and a drop kick to the back of the head. Gonna follow it up with a cover here. Adam Anderson with a 1. And headbuster. Skull first into the canvas goes Jerry the King Lawler. Puppies! Had to say it at least once. Got it out of the way. Never have to say it again. Thank you. Off the ropes. A Hall of Famer with a big right hand. Jerry the King Lawler, famous for those fists. And there's some more to the head of Bugs Bunny. I think that might be the only thing. Oh! Suplex out of the ring. That might be the only thing that might save Jerry the King Lawler here is his experience. He's been wrestling for his whole life. And a chair shot to the gut, but he got clothesline there. Another drop kick by Bugs Bunny.
Ain't I a stinker?
Suplex onto the chair! And a fist drop. There we go again with the fists of Jerry the King Lawler. And wait a minute, lightning speed. Here comes Bugs Bunny with a roll-up. 1, 2. And it was almost over right there in our opening contest. Slap to the face. The disrespect. He doesn't care who you are. And another suplex by Jerry the King Lawler trying to slow this match down. Because I think if it gets fast and crazy, Bugs Bunny has all the advantage. And another lightning speed roll up. 1, 2. Oh, no. Wasn't meant to end there. Oh, my God. Tombstone pancake. That was a flapjack from hell there. And a poke to the ribs with a steel chair. Bugs Bunny has a weapon in his hand. Is that an Acme chair? Oh, face first again. That time with an alley-oop. And maybe a Space Jam reference with the alley-oop move. And a chokehold here. We've got references in the moveset. I go all in, okay? I'm serious about this competition. 1, 2. Debuting episode for both of these performers here in the undercard division. And a pin right in the center of the ring. But no, Jerry the King Lawler gets the shoulder up, throws Bugs Bunny into the corner, follows him with a big right hand, or a left hand. Either way, it connected. And a couple more fists. And he is amped up. Look at him. He's feeling himself now. Maybe shaking off the cobwebs and, oh, brass knuckles! Where the hell was he hiding those in his pants?
1, 2.
And Bugs Bunny kicked out of the brass knucks. And another series of slaps. The disrespect.
Yeah, ain't I a stinker?
Whoa! What the heck? Cartwheel! Bugs Bunny is crazy. He can do anything, I guess. He's a cartoon. He's a loony toonie. He might be tuning up the band. Oh, fireball, but he missed! Holy shit, Jerry the King Lawler went old school with a fireball. And wait a minute, lightning speed, roll up, but it's not over yet. This match continues. Pinfall, submission, or critical knockout. The only way to win! And there's the fist drop from the top. Straight to your bunny tail.
1, 2.
No. Kicked out of the signature move. And slipped out of the suplex. Here comes those big bunny paws. And he's dancing on them. Ta-da! Rope break. Alley-oop. Trying to make LeBron proud here. Welcome to the Space Jam. This is Undercard Season 7, Episode 3, Codebreakers. Gonna want to stay tuned. We got a lot of action here today. A number 1 contender main event.
1, 2.
And another kick out there. Jerry the King Lawler trying to keep his distance. Uh-oh. Tombstone flapjack. Innovative moves by Bugs Bunny in a chair to the head. This is violent. You can't show that on TV. Another roll-up, but he's in the rope. Those ropes might have just saved the matchup. For Jerry the King Lawler with the stalling pile driver! It's got to be over. That's his finish. He just hit his finish on a freaking cartoon character. No, rope break. Bad positioning for Jerry the King Lawler, and here comes Bugs Bunny. No, wait a minute, reversal. Oh. Exchange. This is only the opening match. This is only for the first win of both of their careers. Dropkick. We have some other debuting superstars here later in the show. Pile driver, no! Big reversal. He might have landed right on that chair and an uppercut, and he's grabbing the steel chair now. Everything is legal here in the undercard. Watch out! Jerry the King Lawler into the corner. Cover.
1, 2.
No. This match will never end. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Here's a shuffle. Got a lot of cards in his deck. And I'm telling you, that right hand, especially with the brass knucks, is very powerful. 1, 2, and no! Again, kicked out of the brass knuckles. And again, with that move by Bugs Bunny, back and forth action all the time. That's what the show is really all about. Here comes Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
He just keeps slamming him on his face. Clothesline to the back of the head. Chair in hand.
Ready?
Uh-oh. Pile driver just needs to make sure Bugs Bunny is away from the ropes here. I don't know if there's any kicking out of this. Oh, he did it! Bugs Bunny, he might be made out of elastic. Because I don't think there's any way that a normal human being... Botch! I don't know if there's any way a normal human being would have kicked out of that right there. But this is Bugs Bunny we're talking about, and I think that's a rope break as well. This match is continuing. We just had our first botch of the episode as Jerry the King Lawler ran into the corner like a fucking idiot. Insult and injury. Off of a taunt, but no. Uppercut. Caught him. What the hell is Bugs Bunny doing? This ain't time for goofing around. This is time for winning a match. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
There's a strike there, straight to the head. He's gonna punch him right in the bunny ears. Happy Easter! When is Easter this year? Does anyone know?
20 minutes.
I celebrate 2 different Easters, so it's very confusing for me. Face first. And he's going for the alley-oop again! Welcome to the Space Jam! Alright. Uh-oh. Left turn in Albuquerque! He hit his finisher! Good Lord, what a move! No! Jerry the King Lawler just kicked out of Bugs Bunny's finisher. I don't believe it. Fireball! He's gonna burn the hair off of that hair. You see what I did there? Elbow to the back. What a conundrum we've gotten ourselves into! As these two are hitting each other with everything they got, but they're still kicking out. Watch the positioning!
1, 2.
And no, he still can't get him with that. But Bugs Bunny is not going to give up. He's going to keep fighting until we have a winner here. Low blow. Gary's trying to feel himself. And you heard me. You know what I meant with that one. Got a steel chair, but he missed. Suplex. The bunny is down. Neckbreaker. Going up top for the fist. And he dropped it. The King with the finishing touch here, maybe. No! This match will never end. We might not ever have a winner. They could fight forever. Fight forever. Fight forever. Drop kicks all around here. I don't know how they keep kicking out of shit.
Go!
Oh, here comes Bugs Bunny with another small package. Jerry the King Lawler knows all about small packages. Uh-oh. Bugs Bunny is dancing right behind Jerry, who is very dizzy. Victory roll, but another rope break. I'm not sure if Bugs Bunny even knows where he is right now. Fist drop! Straight to the cottontail. This match won't end. Oh, counter uppercut by Bugs Bunny. Trying to put this one away for good. Yes! That took forever. Good Lord. A 26-minute singles match, and Bugs Bunny just opened up Season 7 with a victory. That's 100% match evaluation, and I agree. Next up, we have a very interesting matchup in the women's division. For the first time ever, we'll be seeing Maki Itoh versus Piper Niven. And, well, let's just get to it, because I don't know how else to explain this one. Thank God we skip entrances here in the undercard, because Maki Itoh sings her own theme song, and it's terrible. She's a karaoke rock star, and she's going up against Piper Niven, and there's a slap to the face.
Yeah.
And Piper, with a lot of power, backbreaker. And a jackknife, but way too early for a count. I appreciate the effort. There's a European uppercut from the European. He's Scottish. Or something. Off the ropes. Maki Itoh! Oh! Just ran into that. Off the ropes. Piper Niven was going for something, but Maki Itoh back to her feet. He's the cutest MFer. That's her nickname. If you can figure out what MFer stands for, you might start to understand a little bit about who Maki Itoh is. Because if you don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. Cross body! Piper Niven, very aware of her size and uses it to her advantage. And, oh, there's a cat fight! Jawbreaker. Maki Itoh has the toughest skull in history, and she uses it as a weapon. There's a lot of info to learn about these two competitors. And this is their first time showing up here. And the Scottish Piper Niven from behind, but wait a minute, reversal there by the Japanese Maki Itoh. And again with this cat fight! I think this move is glitched out! It might make it less effective or more effective, I'm not really sure. Slap to the chest, and a kick, and another slap, and Maki Itoh is gonna throw everything she's got at Piper Niven! Drop down, again! Here comes Maki Itoh, goes down low, smart move there.
5 minutes gone.
Yeah.
We've got all kinds of talent in our women's division, and Piper Niven and Maki Itoh fit in that group so perfectly. I'm excited for future matchups for both of these women, regardless of who wins this match here. Maki Itoh is the type of person to give you a peace sign and then flick you off 2 seconds later. She's cute, but she's also a little bit crazy. It's awesome. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Maki Itoh because she's just so wacky. And look at the power of Piper Niven with that backbreaker combo there. Out of the rope. To the outside. I'm not sure how well this will work for Maki Itoh. Oh, nice DDT on the outside. Maybe she does know what she's doing. Maybe not, because she went for a pin attempt, and obviously that doesn't work on the outside. Water wheel drop there by Piper. And a face lock in front of the crowd. Fisherman suplex. Trying to get back so she can take a breath, and Maki Itoh grabbing a kendo stick. Weapons not only legal, but also encouraged. Hit her with it. Oh! Flipping snapmare there by Maki Itoh, and she hit her with the kendo. But Piper Niven, oh, what a powerbomb, 1, 2, and it was almost over right there. And again, with that flipping snapmare, Maki Itoh wants to chop down the big tree that is Piper Niven. Hit her once and gets hit back. She might have landed on that kendo stick with a powerbomb, and another 2.9 kick out. Where the hell did she pull that from? Oh, she's pointing to her thick skull. I don't know what the story is with her head. Viper driver, 1, 2, no! Kick out of the finish. Maki Itoh has like the toughest skull. I don't know if there's like metal in there. I don't know if it's her head is empty. I'm not really sure the lore behind the whole her head being a weapon thing. But she will use anything she can, especially that kendo stick.
Yeah.
And Piper missed the drop kick. And Maki Itoh again with that move. It's working for her, and there's a headbutt. Chopping at each other, and I think Maki had the advantage with the kendo stick. Watch out, Piper. She's getting torn apart by Maki Itoh right now. Oh, to the back of the head. Y'all weren't ready for Maki Itoh in the undercard. Water wheel drop. Trying to regain from some of this damage. And she's grabbing that kendo again. Piper not looking too well for wear. She might need some health care. I don't know if it's free in her country. But there's an elbow. And from behind, dragon drop. Ass breaker. Piper Niven has a big one. Strikes back with a powerbomb. Desperation move, baby. And it almost got her the win. Here comes Maki Itoh again. Thank you for the resub. I really appreciate that. Maki Itoh. Headlock, and I think she tapped out. I think she gave up there. Piper had too much. She took too much damage in the match, and she had to say, I quit. Maki Itoh wins via headlock. Okay. Well, they can't all be fantastic finishes. Next up, we've got Chucky from Child's Play versus Rhino. Things are gonna get a little bit more violent in this one with a little twist of the extreme here, too. Rhino, very familiar with all types of weapons, but I'm pretty sure Chucky uses a knife. So I don't know how this one's gonna go.
Fight.
And Chucky is here in the undercard. Not the first horror character to show up on this show. Obviously, famously undefeated tag team champion in a previous season, Team Halloween, which was Michael Myers and Leatherface. Uh-oh. He's already got a weapon! Chucky has a weapon, but we're talking about Rhino here. This guy wrestled in ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling. He's familiar with all types of crazy situations. He puts people through tables for fun. If anyone can handle the craziness of Chucky, it's Rhino, the man-beast here. Obviously, with a size advantage over a children's toy. Getting knocked down. But you gotta remember, Chucky is like a cursed doll. TKO! So he might have some magic powers in his back pocket. I don't know. Seems like he might have enlarged himself so that he could actually compete here in the undercard. And he just sat on his face! Referee went for a count. Chucky striking back. Shoutouts to anybody in the audience that's a fan of Child's Play. The movie, not the show. The show has its moments, but it's really not that great. Small package, not even a 1. And where the hell is Rhino dragging Chucky? Gonna throw him into a wood chipper here. Somebody in the audience said the original Child's Play is their favorite. I agree. Yeah, I think the first one is probably the best. But I like Bride of Chucky. Straight to the shoulder, trying to disarm Chucky literally, and Rhino trying to rip the head off of the living doll here. Just goes to show you, anybody from anywhere can compete here in the undercard. We don't just have wrestlers, we've got movie characters. And you're going to see some more movie characters later on in the show. We've got Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite in a tag team later on in the show. And we've also got Neo from The Matrix in the main event today. It's like the Oscars, but not as long or as boring. Watch out for that barbed wire baseball bat. Oh, he landed right on it. That's not going to feel too good. I don't know if Chucky's actually invisible, but he's bleeding. I'm not sure if that's his own blood or somebody else's blood. Who put blood in the doll? That is canon, by the way. I'm pretty sure there was an episode of the show where Chucky was bleeding, and I was very confused. I was like, did somebody pump the doll full of blood, or like, what's the deal with that? Off the ropes. Here comes Chucky! Oh! Wait a minute, Rhino reversed it. But Chucky caught him anyway. Slammed his head into the mat. Is gonna go for it again! Oh, Lord! He launched himself at Rhino. Awkward collision. But he missed there, belly to belly. And Chucky somehow is bleeding. We don't question it. Rhino just sat on his face. And now Chucky trying to inflict as much damage as he can. He might be having fun here. The more sadistic the match gets, I think the more fun Chucky will be having. He's a murdering doll. Backbreaker. And Rhino is pumped up. Big uppercut. He's grabbing the weapon. That is actual barbed wire. They use that in wars. As a low blow there by Chucky. Trying to rip his arm off. They both missed. Uh-oh. Powerbomb. As a fall-away slam. Series of offensive moves here by the man-beast Rhino, who's had quite a long career in wrestling. ECW, TNA, WWE, and there's a Manhattan drop. Here comes the gore! He hit it! Might have broken the doll in half! No! Kicked out of the gore. And if anybody knows about gore, it's the horror movie franchise Chucky, with a series of chops there. And now he's going after the knees of Rhino, trying to make him tap out. But Rhino is a big, strong man beast and will not be stopped. I think both competitors are bleeding now. Covered in blood, just the way Chucky likes it. Oh! Good Lord, that hit him right in the head. He just wants to be your friend, Rhino. You can't do this to him. No! Just tearing apart Chucky with the barbed wire baseball bat. Off the ropes. Gore! He hit another one.
2, 3.
No! Down for the count. Rhino gets the win. It's a long season. We will see Chucky again soon. He was looking pretty bad there at the end. That is true. And next up we have tag team action underway as the comedy duo face off against Hakusaw. And if you haven't seen these teams, it is Nacho Libre and Napoleon Dynamite versus Haku and Jim Duggan. That's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Legendary team. Legendary wrestlers in a team together versus two movie characters. Because anything's possible in the world of wrestling, especially here in the undercard. This is Season 7, Episode 3, Codebreakers. And both of these teams recently lost, so they're both looking for their first win of the season here. Of course, the comedy duo had a title match. And that's always a lot of pressure to have when you're starting off, you know, luck of the draw situation, and it just couldn't capitalize on getting that gold. And Haku was embarrassed when he tapped out to Minnie Mouse. So that's a dangerous man to make angry, because I explained it last time, but I think it's worth mentioning here again. Haku is legit one of the toughest men in wrestling history, period. Like, no joke, Haku will rip your face off. This dude is legit as they come. He is a Samoan death machine. Like, his nickname is literally King Death. And here's the Hacksaw. Oh, Jim Duggan! Legend in the business, first ever Royal Rumble winner. in this tag match with a frickin' headlock on Napoleon Dynamite, who forgot to feed his llama this morning. Elbow to the back. Tino, you gotta eat. There's a tag to Nacho Libre. And they're gonna work together. We've seen this before. I don't know what to call it other than a diving headbutt. They're so wacky. They're so goofy. And this would be, I would think, this would be another embarrassing loss for Duggan and Haku, because they take themselves so seriously. These are two tough wrestling legends, and again, they're facing like this wacky team. These are, you know, comedy characters. They're always going to be playing pranks and making jokes, and this would be embarrassing if they lost here. Tag to Haku. Both getting knocked down by Nacho. I think the only advantage here is that Nacho Libre is still technically a wrestler. He's a wrestler character. If you haven't seen Nacho Libre the movie, you gotta watch it at least once. It's not great, but there's at least 2 jokes in there that still make me laugh. Diving headbutt again. Working together to take down Haku. Armbar locked in.
Fun!
Center of the ring. Gets back to his feet. Napoleon using his head. And exchange of blows there. Armbar again. Jim Duggan opting not to get involved. Not yet, at least. Tag. Napoleon tags out. I believe Nacho and Jim Duggan are illegal. Drop kick in the center of the ring. These are the type of matchups that only come out of my skull. I'm the only person that's crazy enough to put this in their E-Fed. Because nobody else would do it. Suplex. And there's a sledgehammer by Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I don't know where his 2x4 is. But I know he just got knocked down there by Nacho Libre. And the pinfall broken up there by Haku. Knockdown. Haku didn't get involved. I'm not sure about that. You gotta remember, Haku and Jim Duggan don't exactly get along. So that may have been a communication error on their part. It's not like they're friends, they're just teaming together.
Fun!
Haku with a headbutt.
Fun!
And an elbow. But Napoleon Dynamite back to his feet. Off the ropes, and there's an elbow of his own. Wow, he's been watching some tape or something, huh? I don't know, he's looking good right now. Back to his corner tag to Nacho Libre. The longer I do it, the more annoying it'll be, and it'll be worth it. Gotta commit to the bit, okay? For the sake of the comedy duo, working on the arm of Haku. Both teams looking for their first victory here in Season 7. Arm drag. Get the corn out of my face! big fists. And Haku watching from his corner. Jim Duggan got himself in trouble here. Submission's got to get broken up, and it does. Hakusaw Jim Duggan with a nice elbow there, and now a headlock. A frickin' headlock. Napoleon Dynamite knows all about that move. Backdrop. And just got caught. Double powerbomb. And a chop to the head and a hook of the leg and a 1 and a 2, and Napoleon Dynamite couldn't get there in time, but it didn't matter as Nacho Libre kicked out. And look at these double sledgehammers by the comedy duo. Working together in a clothesline. Uh-oh. The eagle may fly, but no, I think he saw Jim Duggan getting back to his feet. Tornado kick to the back of the head. The Histral pin in the rope. And the referee saw it. Good call by the referee there. What is Napoleon doing? Get out of here, kid. Get back to your corner. Oh! Proto bomb. And another headlock. We got headlocks all day here. Double sledgehammers by the comedy duo. Drum roll, please. Throws his opponent into the corner. Here comes Haku, but he moved. Napoleon moved, and he kicked him right in the ass. And a headbutt to the groin. Haku, rock bottom. Big move there. Trying to just destroy his opponent. But Napoleon putting up a fight. And another kick to the ass. Strike battle. What a chop there. Knocks down Haku. Where is Napoleon going? Oh! Those big goofy boots just stomping on King Death. Pile driver. Dropped him on his big afro. Tag to Jim Duggan. Oh, 3K! He did the thing. He did the football tackle. I believe Jim Duggan was a professional football player before he was a professional wrestler. I might have to double check on what team he was on, because it was so long ago. We're talking like the 60s or 70s. These are old school wrestling gods. Jim Duggan and Haku ran the scene in the 70s. And they battled each other throughout Japan. And now they're working together as a tag team here in Season 7. And Jim Duggan is taking out the comedy duo by himself, but he got caught by a DDT. And now Napoleon Dynamite has to stop Haku. And he did, but Jim Duggan kicked out, clothesline. It might be over. 1, 2. No! Nacho Libre kicked out of the clothesline there. Catches him with an elbow. That was their chance to win it, and Nacho refused to die. Tackled again. Tag to Haku. These tag matches always go the distance. Double powerbomb. Ho! Rock bottom. Off the ropes. Big elbow. Nacho back to his feet, makes a tag. Had to get out of danger somehow, and he did. Napoleon Dynamite getting chopped by Haku. Oh, what is going on? That's illegal. Nacho was not the legal man. Has to get back to his corner. Here comes Napoleon Dynamite going all the way up top. Big damage Armbar! And Haku might tap out again, but Jim Duggan saved the matchup for Team Hakusaw. Comedy duo working together still. Everybody's colliding in the match right now. Every time we have a tag match, it always goes so damn long. Chops. Chopping them down like a tree. And Jim Duggan breaking them in half. Here's a kick by Napoleon. Gets the separation that he needs. Tag to Nacho! Double sledgehammers from the comedy duo again. What the heck are they doing? It's all falling apart here. Suplex. Oh boy. Three amigos with that Mexican heritage. And I thought he was going to follow it up with something, but he just ran into a big left hand of Jim Duggan, who gets the tag to his partner, Haku, and a thrust kick straight to your head. You'll be feeling that in the morning. Oh, he was dancing, and Jim Duggan kicked him. No, no, no! A headbutt! They didn't make a tag. Another headbutt, that time from Nacho. And Haku is getting his ass kicked by the comedy duo. Unbelievable. 1, 2. It was almost over. But it'll never end. This is a match that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. And Napoleon, who has a pet llama, is dancing in the middle of the ring during a very serious tag match. This is what I mean. He dances in the movie, that's fine. He dances in the match, that's not okay. What the heck is Haku doing? A triple side to side, belly to belly. Just trying to inflict some damage, maybe put him down for the count. But Napoleon Dynamite, back to his feet, knocks down both members of Hakusaw. And there's the Tonga Death Grip. This one should be over. Napoleon fading away. Oh. Tag to Nacho Libre. Who's the girl in that movie? She's hot. Picks him up, but gets caught. Viva la Mexico with the 1, the 2, and the 3 amigos. Jim Duggan is down and Nacho's going up. But he got back to his feet. DDT. 30 minutes into this tag match, and I have no idea who's going to win because I believe that is a rope break. They just need a win. Any way they can find it. Nacho's got him! No! Wasn't meant to be. Backbreaker. The former football star gets the tag. And King Death Haku got flipped over. And this one's got no end in sight, so get comfortable. Comedy duo versus Hakusaw. Just going for the first victory in the season. Like, come on, man. Pump kick by Napoleon. Hook of the leg. 1, 2, and god damn it. I just wanted to end. Headlock! A friggin' headlock! Yes! Haku tapped out again. And he might retire after this season. Because he's now tapped out to Minnie Mouse and Napoleon Dynamite. And that was the second headlock submission in this episode. After all that. We still have some more matches to go. Next up, we have Beth Phoenix, who had a match with Alundra Blaze in the first episode for that Women's Championship, and obviously Alundra Blaze won that match. So Beth Phoenix looking for her first win, and Starlight Kid lost to Carmella. So they both want to come back, and this is their opportunity. Interesting matchup between these two in the women's division. Beth Phoenix on the left, Starlight Kid on the right. I think it's obvious which one is Starlight Kid because she's like 4'11", 90 pounds soaking wet. And Beth Phoenix is a big, powerful woman with a backbreaker. And she's bleeding. I don't know what busted Starlight Kid open there. It might have been one of those strikes early on. Another backbreaker. Starlight Kid is in a world of trouble. This match just started. And she's already bleeding through that match. Oh, Death Valley Driver. Beth Phoenix is trying to put this one away quick. The Glamazon on fire. Sidewalk Slam. That's a lot of power. Beth Phoenix is so strong. Might be the strongest person in the women's division besides our champion, Alundra Blaze. Desperation forearms by Starlight Kid, who will continue to fight. Bleeding, injured, or whatever, she will fight through it all because she's got nothing but heart. Hook of the leg! Squash match, no. DDT. Starlight Kid came all the way from Stardom, all the way from Japan to be here in the Undercard Season 7. And Frog Splash, but in the rope. In the corner we go. Missed the slap there. Oh my God! A binding clutch suplex! She just picked her up and tossed her over. Like it was nothing. Drop kick to the face, and the Glamazon back to her feet. Didn't even shake her. Didn't even affect her. She didn't even know what happened. Was that a mosquito bite? Starlight Kid has got a mountain to climb here. Just gets knocked down, sat on, beat up, and almost beat. Almost was defeated so quickly. This is a Hall of Famer, Beth Phoenix, we're talking about. Desperation, hook of the leg, not even a 1 count. I like the attempt. There just wasn't a lot of thought behind it. And raining down strikes in the corner to the bloody face of Starlight Kid. Oh, and a discus clothesline. Beth Phoenix calling for the end here. In the rope. Off the rope. Tilt the whirl. Head scissors. Trying to get the crowd to back her up here. She's going to use the audience applause to fuel her ambitions. Ref bump! I don't believe I just saw that. Starlight Kid just collided with the ref, and this is a horrible performance by Starlight Kid as she's bleeding. She ran into the ref. I almost said botch, because I guess that was a botch. But that'll go down as a ref bump, not a botch. And a drop kick there by Starlight Kid, smallest member of the undercard roster. She's 4'11". That's 4 foot 11 inches. And a small package from the extra small Starlight Kid, but she couldn't get the win here as Beth Phoenix just knocked her down with a big discus clothesline. And she stole her signature move! 1, 2. No. stolen move by Beth Phoenix. And that's only the second stolen signature we've seen in season 7, and it's only episode 3, so that's pretty cool. I always love to see stolen moves because it's a really rare thing in Fire Pro.
Yep.
Over the shoulder, down to the rope, or down to the ring, excuse me. Small package, a lot of action here. Hard to keep up with. 2.9. Slap to the face. Starlight Kid. There she goes. Off the ropes that time. Down low. Drops down the Glamazon from behind. Gets caught by another clothesline. Beth Phoenix in control again. Cover 1, 2, and the blood is pooling behind the mask from Starlight Kid. I'm not even sure if she can see. She's in trouble. Backdrop. Turns her inside out. Beth Phoenix wants more. Slams her down. Where is she going? She's gonna fly! 1, 2, 3. And she did it! Unbelievable! I don't believe it. Starlight Kid started off the match with a bloody face, fought through a ref bump, and that was all Beth Phoenix until that last move there. And that's all it takes sometimes, is one move to turn things around. Speaking about being in the losers column, next up we have Seth Rollins versus Shaggy. And of course, in episode 1, both of them competed and lost. Seth Rollins lost to Kurt Angle and Shaggy lost to Neo. And of course, in our main event, we've got Jericho versus Neo. And our current champion is Kurt Angle. So, these could have been, in another universe, champions. But not right now. Maybe later on in the season. But right now, they just need one win. We're going to see who's going to get it first here. Seth Rollins versus Shaggy.
Fight.
Kick to the groin, going to start things off hot for Shaggy. I tried to do an impression of him last time, and it was one of the worst things I've ever done. So I'm not ever going to do that again. But I'll say like Zoink, okay? Like Zoink Scoob. We gotta wrestle Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins just slammed him out of the ring. Trying to make a statement here that he's an actual wrestler and this is a wrestling show. But Shaggy is about to solve the mystery in this one. Oh, they both went for a chop at the same time. They both had the same idea. Great minds think alike, I guess. How do you think Seth Rollins would do
Come on.
in a haunted house? Do you think he'd be scared? Do you think Seth Rollins could solve a mystery? He is an innovator. He is an architect. He's a smart guy. So I don't know if he believes in ghosts or not. I think what he needs to believe in is himself right here, as he just got stomped on by Shaggy. Elbow to the back of the head. Rollins with that new gear, always pulling out a show with the fashion. So full of himself, so cocky. And he missed. But he caught him with that KO elbow. from behind, and a first cover of the match, but not even a 1 count. Might have been a rope break, but it didn't matter. This match continues until we have a winner, and a turnbuckle powerbomb by Seth Rollins. That type of move can injure you so easily. And speaking of injuries, I just quickly wanted to mention that we still have Beast and ODB out on injury right now, but they'll be back as soon as they can. They wouldn't have been on this episode anyway, so we don't have to worry about that now. I just wanted to let you know that they are currently out on injury, but I think they'll be back soon.
Yeah!
And Seth Rollins there with a slingshot. STO, backbreaker, hook of the leg. Look at that. Single leg crab. Nice submission, nice series of moves there by Seth Rollins. Kind of made a name for himself with moves like that. There's a DDT. Rollins always doing whatever he can to get the edge in a matchup like this. And a pedigree! Yes, he hit it! Cover, 1, 2. And only a 2 count off of the pedigree. But he definitely hit it, and Shaggy going up top. High five! Oh, he missed. He crashed and landed, but the attempt was solid gold. He might have ran out of Scooby Snacks on that one. Caught by the elbow. Inverted suplex. That is Shaggy's finisher. The high five. And the Dude Buster, a signature move by Shaggy. But I think Rollins got his foot on the ropes there. Pedigree again. And it's going to connect. Cover. Goes directly into the pin off of a big move. That's how smart Seth Rollins is. That's the advantage. Oh, a big punch to the gut. That's the advantage that Seth Rollins has in these matchups. He's just so quick, so smart. And another low blow. Shaggy trying to steal the win. Only a 2 count. Thinking one step ahead. But he gets caught again by the Dude Buster. No ropes involved. He's just got to kick out, and he does. Rollins gonna throw Shaggy out of the ring here. Diving onto him! And a punch to the gut, and Shaggy's got a steel chair. We saw a lot of weapons earlier in this episode, and we're seeing more right now in front of the crowd. The steel hitting the flesh of Seth Rollins. And a curb stomp on the outside. Seth Rollins hit his finisher. And he's going to hit another big move, a pedigree, but pinfalls don't count on the outside, so I don't know why he went for that headbutt. Shaggy using his noggin for the first time in his life. Pele kick. Good Lord. This is what the undercard is all about, these crazy matchups that you can't see anywhere else. Blazing Tornado! And those crazy moves. You just saw the Blazing Tornado. That's one of Shaggy's signatures. And there's a V-trigger. Shout out to Kenny Omega on that one. Knee collided to the head of Shaggy, but he's back in the ring. Falcon Arrow. No, wait a minute. Reversal, headbutt. And Shaggy with a taunt going up top. Might be looking for that high five, and it collided onto the back of Seth Rollins. And he picked him back up, but he didn't go for the cover. That might have been a small mistake there. And a curb stomp. This one's got to be over. 1, 2. And referee Adam Anderson was going for 3, but Shaggy wouldn't let it happen that way. Oh, ducked under that slingshot. He saw it coming. Maybe Shaggy had this one scouted. Low blow.
1, 2.
Not over yet. We still got one more match to go. We still got our #1 contendership main event. Jericho versus Neo. And a Dude Buster by Shaggy.
1, 2.
But it's gonna continue here. Went for something and missed. Can't be making mistakes in matches like this, I'm telling you. They both just need one victory, and he's out! Good God! Critical knockout off of that high five. Shaggy gets his first win here in the undercard. Is Seth Rollins okay? Somebody check his pulse. Here we go. Season 7, Episode 3, CODEBREAKERS. This is the main event. Back in the day, Chris Jericho used to go by the name Y2J, and he sent a series of code numbers. There's a connection here, because Neo broke through the code to become the one in the Matrix. Are we in the Matrix? No. We're in the undercard. Here we go. Main event. Number 1 contender. Winner will face Kurt Angle next week.
Fight.
This is the type of match that can only happen on the internet or in the Matrix. But it's happening right here in the undercard, live on Twitch, and will be posted later on YouTube. A slap to the chest by the great Chris Jericho, who's had one hell of a career, probably one of the best careers in wrestling history. I don't want to toot his horn for him, because he does that enough, but he has every reason to be as cocky as he is. And Jericho is one of those guys that just changed wrestling forever. He's done it all. He's been in WCW, WWE, ECW, AEW, and he's held championships in all of those companies. Been a top-level performer his whole career. We have a lot of high expectations for Jericho here in Season 7, and just slapped Neo right in the head, but Neo striking back with some kicks. And of course, Neo downloaded Kung Fu into his brain. He knows how to fight. If nothing else, at least he knows how to fight. And he's going to have to fight his ass off here against somebody of the likes of Chris Jericho. There's a kick and a chop into the corner. Jericho, Bulldog,
Yeah!
Lion,
One.
Lion Salt, only a 1 count. It was a little bit glitchy on the Lion Salt, but it's alright, he hit it. That's all he needed to do. Elbow, punches, strike exchange here in the main event. Neo's got to download how to wrestle. If he could learn Kung Fu, I'm sure he could learn how to be a professional wrestler. Is that just on a different USB file, or like, does Morpheus have to teach him how to wrestle? What's the deal with that? I don't know. Does this mean Trinity's backstage? Because I might have to go back there and check. Blocks the chop there. And a series of strikes by Neo. If anybody can block a strike, it is this man who can stop bullets. But can he stop Chris Jericho in the main event here? Jackknife cover. 1, 2. Karate chops to the neck. And Jericho with a big slap to the face. Oh! What the fuck? Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Neo just punched Jericho out of the damn arena. I don't know what that was, but it was insane. Jericho hits him with an elbow on the outside. This match continues. Roll up. Pinfalls don't count. Submissions can be applied, but they won't count outside. Have to get back inside to win the match. He's got his baseball bat. Jericho had this thing for a while where he was using a baseball bat. I don't know if he still does that. But there's a couple of weapons out there now with a steel chair involved. Jericho has to throw him back in the ring. Down the rabbit hole! Neo's finisher! We just saw it for the first time in Season 7. One, two, yes! It's over! Down the rabbit hole! Neo, with one attempt of his finisher, just became the #1 contender. And he calls that down the rabbit hole, because it's a reference to the Matrix. So next week, we know for sure that our main event is going to be Kurt Angle versus Neo. But for right now, let's just do a quick recap. Bugs Bunny defeated Jerry Lawler. Maki Itoh won over Piper Niven. Rhino gored Chucky. Comedy Duo got the win over Hakusaw in a very long tag match. Starlight Kid did one move and beat Beth Phoenix. Seth Rollins was defeated by Shaggy. And of course, in our main event, Neo gets the win over Chris Jericho. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next week for more Undercard. And I don't think we have any other updates here, so we should be ready for the next episode. I'm gonna go, but thank you all for watching. Have a good one.